guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my 28-week pregnancy update, and this is very long overdue as I'm 33 weeks exactly today. I've had the notes for my 28-week pregnancy update written down on my iPad for such a long time, and I've really just struggled to find the time to film this video and just have the time to sit down and just be relaxed and film it. The one thing I'm a bit worried about, which I'm gonna have to look for on my phone after filming this video, is whether or not I got a bump shot around 28 weeks. So if there is, I'll insert the pictures at the end. But yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into it, and I'm gonna be reading all the notes that I have from off my phone, so I apologise in advance if I look down all the time. So I had my gender scan at 28 and 2 days pregnant, and I found out I was carrying a little girl. In case you don't already know, my gut feeling was telling me that I was having a boy as I kept dreaming about it, and I don't know, just something in me told me I was carrying a little boy, but the gender scan revealed otherwise and showed female genitalia on this human that I'm growing inside me. So I'm having a baby girl, and my partner was right from the very beginning. From the very moment he found out, he was like bang on, and like he never questioned himself, he never questioned the sex of the baby. He was just like, yeah, you're carrying a girl, I'm having a daughter. So I had a few days of just high blood sugars. When I say high, there was about 11.7 and 12.8, which isn't extremely high for me. I've had it a lot higher pre-pregnancy, obviously. But I was extremely worried as my bloods throughout pregnancy have just been generally quite lower, down in the 6s and the 5s. So I was really worried. I checked my ketones and did all the precautions as well, but I had no ketones. I think the cause of the high blood sugars was just a lack of me changing insulin settings, and my body obviously requiring a bit more insulin than what it had been requiring a couple weeks before. Also, up to 28 weeks, still maintaining such a perfect HbA1c, a very tightly controlled HbA1c as well. It is, I believe it was somewhere around 46, 47 millimoles at 28 weeks, which is around the 6.3 mark. I'll have to double check that. But they're down in the 6s, very low, and exactly what the hospital want them to be as well. And it's just been so easily achievable and manageable being on an insulin pump. Like, I couldn't be this well controlled throughout my pregnancy with diabetes, obviously, without my insulin pump. So I'm very happy I've got that throughout this. I have no hypo awareness. If you are a type 1 diabetic, you'll know that having no hypo awareness is really fucking dangerous. And I can never tell when I'm hypoing, and when I do hypo, I recognise it at around 1.8, which is dangerously low for me. But the hospital, although they're worried about my health, they're also telling me that it's not too bad for my baby, and you know, she's gonna be fine. The hypos aren't hurting her as much as they're hurting me. When I recently had my growth scan, I believe my growth scan was around 26 weeks. The scan was showing that Princess was growing at a perfectly normal rate for a non-diabetic. So diabetics generally carry bigger babies, but my Princess was, and I believe she still is, measuring as a perfect size for a non-diabetic pregnancy. So I'm really happy with that, as that was always one of my biggest worries when I first got pregnant, was the fact that I was going to be carrying a bigger baby, and I just feel like there's a lot more risks with a heavier baby. Don't know what I've got that assumption from, because I've never done any research into it, and yeah, just something told me one day in my head that carrying a bigger baby is pretty hardcore and full on. So I'm really happy she's a perfect weight. Still, up until 28 weeks, I had no cravings. I may have mentioned this in my previous pregnancy update video, that I go through phases of enjoying food, and that still happens. I still just have a phase of enjoying a certain type of food, and then like a couple weeks later I'm on to something else. Like, but yeah, still have no pregnancy cravings. Just very put off garlic at the moment. I believe somewhere around 27 weeks I took myself into the hospital to have a CTG monitor, I think that's what they're called, hooked up to me. I wasn't feeling Princess's movements as much as I had before. Everything was fine, she was kicking away and everything, I just wasn't feeling it. But I was also told then that I was carrying her at the back of my body rather than at the front, which is probably why I wasn't feeling the movements. But the day after I come out of that appointment and that hospital visit, her movements and her kicks were just so strong, and ever since they've just been the strongest, and honestly I love her kicking me. Also at 28 weeks I was feeling, and I still am, the need to tidy and just get my shit together, because I've still got a lot to do, and like I was just in the mood to get things organised and prepared and stuff like that done. So one of the things that I've done is finished off all my baby shopping. Like I've got nothing else to buy. Anything that I buy now is just going to be like bits that I might not need and just things that aren't essential. So I finished that. I've also packed my hospital bag and Princess Jones's hospital bag as well. So we're ready to go in case she wants to come out a little bit earlier. She wants to come out and play. They're all packed up at my mum's home ready for when the time comes. But that was all the things I've noticed drastically around 28 weeks. I will be uploading a 36-week pregnancy update video very soon. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!
Go shorty, it's your birthday.